So, this one's not really a rant or anything, it's just. I don't know, I was sitting there, I was just thinking about my life, like, so far, and just, like, everything that's happened. I was like, it's a really interesting life. Like, the way that I go about stuff, my mindset, and, like, just all of the weird stuff that I've been through has been very. Like, like people always say, like, oh, I've gone through so much, I could have turned out so much worse. I'm literally one of those, though. Like, not even, I'm probably forgetting like half of the shit that I'm probably gonna mention or whatnot, but like, oh, it's hot. But like, I have been through a great deal of things. And like I said, I could be very angry about a lot of things, but I choose not to be because being angry literally does nothing. Like, my whole life memo or stuff that I've been living by as of the moment, or like have been for a little bit, has been I don't entertain stupidity. So if someone's stupid or like they're doing anything in your life that's just making it harder and like they're just being stupid or like there's just dumb things going on or like dumb trends or just people trying to get you to do stuff or just literally anything. Like if I think it's dumb or idiocy, I don't entertain it. That's the whole mindset of how I try to live my life. And that's why like just like no girlfriend or anything right now, but it's because I don't want to entertain stupidity. Like, it's just a stupid idea at the moment right now to want to try to have children and stuff. That's just my personal opinion. Yeah, that's Olivia. But yeah, my life though. So my name's William Eldridge. I work at Navajo County right now. I'm one of the recorders. I'm 23 and I live up in Holbrook, and how do we even start this? Like, even being in the womb, there was so much stuff that happened, like, and to be honest, I kind of, like, struggle with this a little bit. Like, there's a lot of stuff that's happened that I struggle with, and it's be really reasons, but there's, like, logic behind it, if you get me. When my mom was having me and she was a couple months pregnant and everything, my biological father, I'm not gonna name him because he doesn't need to be named, it's all good, but he put a gun up to my mom's womb and whatnot and was gonna shoot her, essentially to try to kill me or saying have an abortion and stuff. So, living with that in your head of like, oh, I wasn't really wanted, and it's like, oh, cool. My mom is awesome though. She raised me by herself for a long ass time. Like, she wasn't a single mother for her entire life. She got remarried pretty recently, or not recently. Like after I was born, she got remarried. And then she had kids with the other guy, my dad that I call dad. They all had kids 2 years apart from each other, and there's a lot of us. There's a lot of kids. So not only am I the oldest kid, or was the oldest kid, that I'll get to that later, but like divorces, remarriages, and stuff, it's a headache. Like, I have 14 siblings, and I think that's correct. I think that number is right. Like, my biological dad has mingled with some other people, kind of abused some other people, and I don't know all of his partners and or children, stepchildren, like brothers and sisters that I have. All I know is of the other one by the name of Addie, and there might be a other one. It's weird. I don't talk to my dad. But yeah, my mom's cool though. She's done literally everything by herself. I look at her as like Superwoman. She was rodeo queen. She's done a bunch of stuff. She's done everything. She's very Western. And I don't know. I would say that my biological dad was more like a wigger, if you get me. Like, I don't like throwing that word out or like stuff like that. I'm kind of like that. To be honest, I resent more with like the black culture a little bit. That's just personally my opinion. But him, he's like annoying gangbanger, drive-by shooting, wigger type white guy. He's not a good dude, is what I'm trying to say, if you haven't fucking figured that out. And it's hard living with that because it's like you have you're like me. I've only talked to the guy like 2 weeks maybe out of like 23 years of existing, almost 24 now. I wouldn't care if he fell over and died tomorrow. That's just my personal opinion. He's not a good dude. He never wanted to be in my life. I don't want to be in his life. And he almost killed me when I was 0 years old. So, fuck you. Like, there's no building or like wanting to build a bridge with you. No. You've already made that very clear. You didn't give a shit about me. And even throughout the years, when you try to talk and stuff, like the 2 weeks, that's not like 2 weeks in a row. That's just like a day here and there that I've just added together. And I don't think that number is even correct. But yeah, no. So I've just had kind of a weird upbringing because, divorce household, the idea of Austin and stuff, or that's his name, but all of that stuff. Then we moved around a lot. I live in Arizona. I've never stayed in one spot for more than 5 years, like, or not even like 3 years, 2 years. Like, we moved around a lot. Like, staying in one spot and like staying there for 5+ years, that was really hard for me. I'm not gonna lie. Like, having actual friends, because I'd always just be like, okay, stay there for the 3 years, then we're gonna fuck off and go to another place. I didn't really make friends and stuff. It was just like, okay, I'm gonna talk to you. I didn't have a phone at the time, and I was just kind of like a wandering soul or whatever, if you get me. Around when I was 8 years old, my little brother, his name was Sage. He was 8 months and 2 days old. He unfortunately passed away because of SIDS and stuff. So he passed away at an early age, and that happened when I was so early. And it messed with me for a while. It's still there. I mean, you just saw me pause for a bit. It's not hard to talk about. It's just I don't like talking about it. But seeing him die and stuff, it just, for being 8 years old and then having to like mature, like kind of adult that young, it's not natural, if you get me. Like, no little kid should have to go through that. And that's been kind of hard too, because I've grown up with this like really, really more mature mind, or just like more of an eye-opener, if you would. And I looked around, and throughout my entire like school life and stuff, you just kind of look around, it's like, why are all these people stupid? Like, I'm not saying I'm super smart. Like, I graduated top 25% of my class and stuff. Like, I'm not dumb, but it just kind of that forced maturity. But you're not mature though. You're still a kid. Like, you gotta put on the big boy pants and stuff, but you're still a small child. But you don't have the mindset of a small child. You go through life with this like you think you're more mature, and you want to be mature because you think like you've been through everything. And I don't know, it's just kind of hard because it's like waking up twice, if you would. Like, you gain consciousness when you're little, or like when you're 4 or like 3, you gain like 5, whatever you want to call it. You gain that like subconsciousness, or like you wake up essentially, and then that happened, and it's like that woke you up again, or like made you look at the world through a different worldview. And then it was just hard for a while. And then recently, 2 years ago, I got into a car accident. I was just going through a very hard time, like COVID, depression, literally 51 cents to my name half the fucking time. 2 cars that I was essentially paying for because I got into a wreck, and Gap insurance fucked me over. It hasn't been fun. And a lot of stuff that I've been through hasn't been fun. And it's, like I said, there's so much that I can be pissed off. I've had so many bad role models, or like, I take that back. No, that's bad. We're not doing it. I've had role models and good like male people to look at, like my Uncle John. I looked up to him for a while, um, and I just kind of stopped after I did YouTube for a little bit. They kind of looked and they were like, "Oh, you're cursing and stuff. We don't like you," and then like kind of stopped talking to me for a while. And that was kind of the whole family. Like we grew up Mormon and stuff. I'm not really religious or anything. I'm not atheist though. Like growing up Mormon, you have still that idea of like there's got to be something. But I don't know. I will say it is kind of hard to like believe in God and stuff when you have all of this complicated and hard stuff that's been through. But I just keep going. Like you just got to go, keep going one foot in front of the other. As much as it sucks, like most, to be honest with you, like the reason I keep going or what I kept telling myself is suicide is gay. Like it's gay to kill yourself. You're gonna take your own hand, be a pussy about it. Like I'm not gonna do that. That's been my whole mindset. I definitely am not important enough to be in the world, or at least I don't think I am. But all of my siblings look up to me and they give me purpose, and that's been, to be honest, you cling on to that for a while. That's all you really become. And you just kind of become like a hollow shell of yourself. You just don't become you. Like it's all for your family. It's all, you just don't do it for yourself. And that's what I did for a while. But like I said, my brother died, and it's okay. I got to be the man of the house, or like try to take care of shit. So it's just all of that. And then you never, you like never be a kid, or like you never were a kid, if you get me. And I'm kind of feeling the effects now of like always trying to be the adult. I wasn't really an adult. I thought I was. Like, don't get me wrong, I still am now. I'm very mature for what I do. I have my own car, I'm paying for stuff, I have my own phone. Just get the car paid off first, and then maybe in this hellhole of America right now, maybe a house. But I don't know about that. That's just kind of realistically, I don't know if that's going to happen. Or if it could happen. That's just personal opinion. But yeah, no. I guess just my little tad bit to kind of wrap this up. I don't want to talk for like 20 minutes or anything, but like just try to have a positive mindset. Like I've said, I've had so much stuff that's happened. I could be an angry elf, I could be in prison, I could be just like my gangbanger dad. I'm not. Like, people are like, your family doesn't define you. You don't have to be stuck with your family. Like, as bad as some of my family is, and I want to strangle them sometimes, like, yeah, okay, it's your blood family. You don't have to stick with them. You're not, like, bound to them. Like, oh, you're bound by blood. You're my kid, blah, blah, blah. Fuck that. Your family is who you make it. And if it's your friends and family, if it's other people in the community that are your family, that's your family, dude. Don't be, like, controlled or, like, be stuck with these really shitty people that are parents and stuff. Like, if you're stuck with it, I apologize. If you can't get out of it, I'm so sorry. If you can, go for it. What's stopping you? Why is the heater on? I'm like dying in here. But yeah, man, I think I'm gonna wrap it up with that. But like I said, I'm going to talk about more stuff. Like, I want to talk about addiction. I want to talk about anger in some other videos, because I've struggled with addiction with others. Like, when people think of addiction, they think of, like, drugs. They think of all that stuff. Like, music is an addiction. The phone is an addiction. I want to talk about that stuff. Weed. I want to talk about a bunch of other stuff. But, like I said, I just wanted to talk about me a little bit. And like I said, there's probably a lot of stuff that I forgot or just haven't mentioned, but just know, like, people have had it worse. People have had it so much worse than I have, and even I think of it as, like, it's hard to match or, like, be on my level, and that's not even, like, a victim mindset. It's just, like, you're pissed off at that, but it's because I've had such extreme shit that's happened where I just, like, a little thing to, like, a big ocean thing to you could just be a little puddle to me, and I'm like, Okay. But enough of me. I'll talk to you guys next time. But you have a good rest of your day. Love you guys. Be nice. Try to better yourself and have a good day. I'll talk to you later.